Big decision from prosecutor Kim Worthy. Charges against Officer William Melendez in the case of a suspect in Inkster involved in a violent struggle with police. Misconduct in office, mistreatment of a suspect, assault. All charges which could land the officer in jail. She also decided that police will not be charged in their struggle with a carjacking suspect in Grosse Pointe Park. Let's go live now to 7 Action News reporter Jonathan Carlson for the latest on all of this. Jonathan.
Hey, good afternoon. Let's start with that case of Floyd Dent and the Inkster Police Department. Prosecutor Kim Worthy saying within the last hour, the handling of Floyd Dent was police brutality. Now, cocaine charges against Dent, the only charges against him, have been dismissed. Meanwhile, as you mentioned, fired Inkster police officer William Melendez is facing a host of charges, misconduct in office and mistreatment of a prisoner. That has a 5-year maximum penalty. Assault with intent to do great bodily harm, that has a 10-year maximum penalty. Prosecutor Worthy refused to indict the Inkster Police Department, but made it clear if this video had not come to public light, we wouldn't be here today. Meanwhile, in another case you mentioned, she also announced officers will not be charged, including Sergeant Ron Dupuis in the case of Andrew Jackson. Sergeant Dupuis used a taser to stop Jackson in a carjacking case that also raised major questions of force. We'll have much more on both of these cases coming up at 4, 5, and 6 on Action News. Now here's some more sound that we have on these cases. Take a listen.
We cannot turn our heads when the law enforcer becomes the lawbreaker. At the same time, this office will never press a charge against an officer or anyone else for that matter if it cannot be proven in a court of law under the appropriate evidence and no matter what is being said in the court of public opinion.
Yeah, Kim Worthy's office having a lot to deal with, her investigators having a lot to deal with over the last couple of months with both of these cases. She told us today that her investigators, they logged a lot of hours. They looked into these cases very carefully. They did a lot of interviews. They looked at a lot of video and a lot of evidence to come to the conclusions that they came to today. And you'll hear much more from her coming up tonight at 4, 5, and 6. For now, we're live in downtown Detroit. I'm Jonathan Carlson, 7 Action News.
Jonathan, thank you very much. Also breaking right now, a protest in Highland Park on the heels of this morning's announcement. That's where we find 7 Action News reporter Kim Russell. Kim.
Yes, Joanne, as those charges came down, protesters were gathering here in front of Highland Park City Hall and they were marching. Take a look at this video. You can see it was quite a large crowd, and they were here in Highland Park because Officer Melendez didn't only work in Inkster where this incident happened, but he works part-time in Highland Park. They wanted him fired, and when those charges came down, they were very grateful because they say from the video they saw, he is a danger to the public.
Mr. Melendez, a terror in Detroit, a terror in Inkster, a terror in Highland Park, will be prosecuted. And we know that we have faith that the Wayne County prosecutor will exact all of her energy in making sure that Mr. Melendez is behind bars.
I've reached out to the mayor. I've reached out to the police chief. I went inside and tried to talk to the city attorney. All of them are out of the city of Highland Park right now at meetings, unable to comment on this. So what is the future of Officer Melendez's career here in Highland Park? Well, for right now, it looks like he won't be able to serve regardless of what city officials want because he won't be able to carry a firearm as he's facing felony charges. Reporting live in Highland Park, Kim Russell, 7 Action News.